Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces June 2, 2022. You can be especially inspired to express your feelings or emotions in unique ways today. Your tendency to glamorize, fantasize, or romanticize people, situations, and relationships can also be powerful. A relationship or favorite pastime can provide a pleasing detour from stress and a nice form of escape. For best results, aim to keep everything in proportion, because if you expect too much from a regular day, you could feel a little let down. Otherwise, it's a fine day for finding beauty in what you have and perfection in imperfections. As well, your powers of attraction run high. It's not a day for pushing anyone or anything, although it's good for drawing things to you. Seeing a matter in a new light can give you a beautiful view. It's one thing to have feelings for someone and another to see a potential future with them. And who are we kidding? With a stellium of energies supercharging your romantic fifth house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression, there's no denying your heart's desires, and this is especially true at this time. Moreover, the moon will join forces with Venus and Neptune in Pisces today, which, in turn, adorns your love life with seduction and fantasy. To top it off, the moon will simultaneously sextile rebel Uranus in Taurus via your committed seventh house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, so expect the unexpected. Let that freak flag fly. The moon continues to shine in watery Pisces, highlighting your creative capabilities and artistic vision. You may feel more attuned to the expressive aspects of your job during this lunation. As you allow your talents and skills to shine through your work, you may unexpectedly commit yourself to a funky course of action. Since the moon sextiles Uranus in Taurus today, you may find yourself unexpectedly inspired in your course of action. Pair up with an equally creative colleague and explore your work with an artistic lens together. Some intense discussion with friends might bring useful information, perhaps involving the financial markets, or different branches of the occult fields, or both. Your spiritual awareness could also take a sudden boost upward. While you tend to be sensitive and intuitive by nature, you might find yourself feeling even more so at this time. Try to make sense of all that's happening, and try not to be overwhelmed by it. Not everything in your private life is running as well as you would like. Friends and family have their own wishes and goals and are not bound to show consideration to you. Even though it's tough, accept that some situations will not run according to plan. Try to change your perspective and understand others' points of view. This is the best strategy at present. You're about to agree to something that's a fairly big deal. Before you shake on it, make sure that you both know the rules and that you're clear about what you each want to get out of this. If you are longing for love and the feeling of security this brings, don't always pursue it with such vigor or be overly concerned if a love you want isn't always available. You can get what you want by taking your time, being a little more relaxed and calm. A brand new outlook brings with it the promise of success. Secure your emotions and make sure that you are set in your own mind before you take action today. This is a terrific time for you to get things started. Following through to completion shouldn't be a problem. The difficult part is taking that first step. This can be easily done on a day like today, so don't miss this opportunity when your intuitive sense is extra keen. Today might be a little bit boring for you. It's possible because today's vibrations will push you to think and wait rather than take action, notably in your emotional life where the situation won't be very exciting. Your close relationships will be somewhat fragile, and you will be waiting for proof of love that might not be ready to come forth today. Be patient. 8. This slow period won't last long, and happier days are ahead. In his last full day in retrograde motion, Mercury has come to a standstill, and as the planet of communication, this is bringing both benefits and pitfalls. However, the way to avoid the pitfalls of a Mercury retrograde phase, and especially as he is in your communication sector, is to slow down. There is the potential for mixed messages and misunderstandings, but only if you make assumptions, act, or speak in haste. By slowing down, you reverse that, making the most of a valuable chance to give the past and unsaid words a voice. While today's romantically charged lunar vibes are competing with an unusually energized working week, even the smallest of attention will pay dividends. The moon's last visit before the sun's return and the first since the dwarf planet series return to update your heart's needs and priorities is more a taste of things to come and a chance to start paying attention. Our eyes in the sky. Yesterday, we experienced a major emotional shift in energy that set the stage for today's aspect, but that doesn't mean today will be any less emotional. This energy that we're collectively experiencing is going to soften hearts and allow us to believe in the goodness of others. Your altruistic side could push you to donate to a charitable or humanitarian organization, but it's important to be careful. You could find that you've been deceived or haven't heard the whole story about the group. In terms of love, this is one of the dreamiest times of the year, and we all want to dive into deep emotional waters. You won't want to come up for air, preferring instead to be lost in your feelings and live in an unrealistic haze. If you're an artist, this is a lovely day to embrace your talent. Ideas can flow freely, and you might find that you're able to produce more than usual. Let the creativity pour out of you today. The moon is quiet in Cancer and making no major planetary aspects today. When we see this happen, it means that the moon is void of course. As many astrologers say, the moon isn't working, so neither should you. This is a time when you can sit back and reflect on the past in order to understand where you're going. Allow yourself to be at one with the universe and take a step back to relax, and you could find that things work out in your favor. Something you might want to do is start your spring cleaning. A void of course moon is a great time to go through boxes, toss out clutter, and get organized. It's also a wonderful time to add some self-care to your day. If you long to get a massage or do some yoga, schedule an appointment or go to a class. We should guard against arriving at simplistic conclusions. Psychic impressions can be mistaken for solid truths without fact-checking. We believe we simply know something without doing our due diligence. While our intuitive impressions might be on target, we'll deprive ourselves of crucial intel if we think we have all the answers. The best use of this transit will be to decry our expectations and put ourselves to work in a research capacity. Logical investigations can help us to gain valuable insights. Secrets may be divulged which provide a new awareness of our surroundings. Conversations with those in power enlighten us about our own unconscious motivations. No matter what the circumstances, this promises to be an interesting day. Before noon, the Cancer moon aligns with Chiron in Cancer, poking a raw nerve. We may now feel especially self-conscious and, subconsciously, we fear setting ourselves apart from the herd. In youth, our uniqueness and individuality might not have been supported. Paradoxically, in adulthood, the best way to champion our insecurities is to face them head-on. Through self-declaration, we offer our inner child the encouragement we lacked. Taking action might still feel awkward, yet the more we practice, the better the reception we receive from others. They, in turn, take a play from our book, as our courage demonstrates that they are equally capable of advocating for their independence.